Hi, and welcome again to my mental monologue. I'm glad you're here. I am your host, Shelby Lee Kyles, and once again, I'm here with my friendly co host.
Chris Candlin.
Today, we're talking about cleaning up the city.
And the city in particular is that of Portland, Oregon. But the conversation is not exclusive to Portland. We also will be discussing other, mostly West Coast cities, but many other in the United States as well.
So, with that being said, I want to talk about Portland for a second. Been here my whole damn life. It's a town without pity. Okay, it's a city without pity. And it's fucking turning into a cesspool of hell spawns, demons, zombies. Okay, it's already been vamps for a long time. Vamps because it's always fucking rainy and dark and gloomy around here, and it's cloudy all the damn time. So believe it, there's vampires around. Y'all just don't know about it. Okay, one tricked me and gave me a wolf, and I thought it was a dog. Okay, I didn't realize till it got big it was a wolf, and the Humane Society took it from me. Anyway, I don't know why.
A weird story. But
Look,
okay.
anyway, so my point is this. I went way off the left field. Okay, but what I'm saying is this, okay, the city is grimy, it's disgusting, it's the scum of the earth. I don't know how to explain it to you. Portland's never looked like that before. And these people got tents everywhere. And the mayor recently made a thing on the news where he was talking about cleaning up the city, and it's so big of a thing that they're talking about trying to find ways to get the cleaners to go to work and all this. But I'm like this: it's COVID-19 out. People don't got jobs. Unemployment is trying to fucking commit fraud on people by trying to say everybody's getting over on them. But yet there was a news report saying that they were sending checks to some guy that was deceased. So the thing I'm saying is this: the mayor could hire people, pay them 22 to at least $25 an hour to clean up the city. The reason why I come into that solution of price or what do you get wage, wage or salary, is because fucking the city's gross, man. You don't know you got needles all over the place. You don't know who's been doing what with those needles. You don't know what's contaminated.
Aftermath of the riot.
COVID-19.
Crazy shit.
So
you walk in there and get your illegal mail.
Really get into it. You gotta
Crazy.
You can't just come to just clean up the city.
Crazy.
To relocating people that are causing the mess.
Yeah, really dealing with the homeless population issue here is one of the main factors in how clean and safe we're going to be able to keep this city. And one of the biggest things that's going to help solve this problem is, unfortunately, Portland needs to crack down on some of its maybe social services for the homeless, or just they need to de-incentivize uh, the shipping of homeless people to Oregon, because there are a lot of states that if you're homeless and you get arrested multiple times, they will give you two options: that we're going to send you to jail, or we're going to give you a Greyhound ticket to Portland or San Francisco. There are a few cities out in the West Coast and in like Colorado. Denver is another one of these cities that it, due to their lax regulation and a lot of social structuring that for supporting being homeless and not necessarily getting out of being homeless, just being and existing as a homeless person, we are getting the influx of the entire nation's homeless population on the West Coast.
And it's the thing that bothers me about it is the fact that what recently happened in the news here in Portland is that when we talked about this issue, but then they made it a thing last week about drugs being, cops not arresting people for certain amounts, giving people a chance, what they call it, rehab and all this stuff, some kind of new rehab program where they work with the cops and they try to have patients on people that are on drugs, which makes no damn sense. Because no one can have patience with someone on drugs because it's hard to fucking communicate. But Anyway, this is something that just got adopted here in Portland, but at the same time, it's already been adopted in Seattle, and it's became a burden and a hazard for them.
Well, I mean, even before this decriminalization law was instituted, it was a non-enforced law. The police weren't, unless you were having a serious episode where you were putting others in danger or just causing a general massive nuisance. The police were not going to stop you. I mean, there's so many instances of people just openly using drugs, either intravenously or smoking them or whatever it takes to take them out broad daylight on the middle of the street, and police go either walking or driving directly past them and not even stopping to look at them.
It's just drugs play a big part of the mess because these people get high. They're out there trying to make some kind of fucking giant fucking bicycle or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You see some of these places where there's shitloads of bikes and stuff, bike parts and all this. And there's all kinds of fucking shit. It makes no sense, man.
But it's like it's one thing, when somebody goes through your recycling to take the cans out because they need the money for it. Like, I don't really care as long as you don't just take the trash can and dump it on the ground, which is what happens all the time. That's the reason why they have to lock the public trash cans here, is because people will just take the trash can and dump it out, even if they aren't looking for anything. They'll just do it because they want to destroy things. A lot of people, due to their addictions and whatever mental illness they have, they get very destructive when they're high.
But see, that's the problem, right? Is that I remember a Portland where the only people returning cans was maybe a single mother, and you know what I'm saying. They need a little extra money, so they've been collecting cans. You know what I'm saying. Every time they buy pop cans or with their food stamps or something, they return them. You know, single mothers or stoners. You know, you saving somebody to buy a 10 sack of weed or something. But it wasn't like now. You go to a grocery store like Walmart or fucking Winco or any of that shit. There's a fucking big ass line around the fucking block to return cans, and it's mostly homeless people. And the shitty part about that, I mean, there's a bad thing and a good thing about it. The good thing is now that the fucking they raised the tax or whatever donation price or whatever on the can, so it's not 5 cents you get back now. You get 10 cents back in returns.
Deposit?
Yeah, deposits or whatever. So it kind of makes their value a little more. So they're obsessed with getting cans. You know what I mean? And then like the thing that's bad about it is that you got all these people that's overwhelming these people at these jobs that don't have a lot of these damn fucking recycling machines to fucking support all the fucking cans that's
most stores have one. Maybe if they're extraordinarily lucky, they'll have two of the machines that scan the cans and crush them and then deposit the slip that says of how much money you got. And I've used one before, and they're so frustrating. They rarely ever really work that well. A lot of the bottles won't even scan, and they get broken a lot because homeless people who are either mentally ill or on drugs get frustrated and break them even worse than they're already broken. And then they're shut down for a couple of days for this guy to come out, and then they're fixed kind of again, and then
I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I had that image in my head because I seen shit like that.
He's sitting there beating on the machine.
They just be flipping out. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with
Jesus
this guy?
Christ, calm down, dude. It's just a machine.
I see that happen before up at Winco. Winco. The guy was flipping out the fucking pop machine. Like, hey, calm down, guy. There's a light over this. We all want to use it, whatever. It was crazy, man. So that's the bad part about the bottle return thing. But even that shit's dirty now. You know, you go to the fucking store. There used to be a dirty bottle return area. Now it's a filthy area. You know, because there's people sitting there. They got cans they had in fucking rain and
the bottle return room at my local Safeway, they had to replace. It used to be the bottle room was its own little room outside of the actual store, and it was a glass door and glass windows, and you go in there, and they had to replace it with these big metal sheets because the windows kept getting broken over and over and over.
I remember trying to take some, I think they need to put the drug addicts in a certain place because they were making city looks like shit. They're the ones that's destroying the city. They come to Portland, like you said, from other states, and all they want to do is sit in a tent because they realize, hey, we can sit in a tent and get high. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And we just live here and get fucked up.
They'll give us free food and a bunch of other free shit.
But fucking, they need to find something for them to do.
Yeah, we should. I'm telling you, what we got to do is revitalize some of those, FDR era work programs. You know who I can guarantee will spend, 5.5 hours in the most intense state of concentration, making sure this road is the flattest road that has been ever laid in the history of mankind. Some dude tweaking off his noggin. If he's just zonked and gonked to the moon, bam, ba boom. Yeah, the only thing that exists in his mind is that road and him and maybe more meth. So, I mean, and you don't even got to pay him in money, but it'll keep him busy so they don't destroy the city. Another thing. I mean, and we have to harness that crazy tweaker energy. It's like splitting atoms. It's like nuclear reactors. If you walking down the street and you see some dude just zapped out of his brain sitting there building some idol to a demon god he came up with earlier in the day out of bicycle parts and a goddamn trampoline, put that creativity to some work, let him pour some concrete. If he can do that, he can pour concrete. Let him
gonna pour no concrete. He's gonna be inside the concrete.
Well, either way, he's not just sitting there doing meth on the street.
I can just see somebody laying on the ground tweaking this shit, and somebody got a jackhammer trying to hammer that motherfucker.
Get over here!
Oh my god, I don't know, man. That's dangerous, motherfucker. But then who gonna keep an eye on them? Some of them
social workers.
Some of them go to work, end up taking the goddamn power tools and selling them for drugs.
Well, not if they're being paid in drugs.
Oh god. Well.
Yeah. See.
That kind of would work.
And then what we'll do is when you need to build something in a different place, we'll take them, we'll put them on these little buses, right? And then we'll bus them out to wherever they need to go, and they can build these little special camps where we take them all and we concentrate them into one place. What could we call it? It's a
province.
No. So it's a camp, right? Where you're taking a lot of people and you're concentrating them there. What would you call that? What's the word I'm looking for here?
Oh my god.
Because then if we did that with all of them, then we could concentrate them in one area while they build stuff, and then whenever they're done building there, we can put them back on the buses and go concentrate them somewhere.
No. That's like Hitler shit, man.
That was the joke, Shelby.
I know it was. That's some fucked up shit. You're making a joke about this shit, but still,
well, I don't know. That was actually more of a joke about the Japanese in World War II, but
that or Mussolini.
No, that was a joke about our deportation of the Japanese population.
Oh yeah. Here in America,
quote unquote concentration camps, even though they were. But I would have much rather spent some time in one of those than in a goddamn Eastern European one or a godforsaken fucking Japanese concentration camp.
No, I think back to the subject at hand that. Once again, Oregon's got money. The government has money. So at least give up at least $250,000 to put some land to put these people in, to let them do whatever the fuck they want, to give them some land, build a couple huts or whatever, cabins.
Let them have, like, you. Do you remember up in Seattle when they had that kind of free state set up?
No.
Well, basically, a group of people took over several square blocks of the city and established like a free zone there that wasn't governed by the U.S. laws or whatever.
Huh.
And so, I mean, the United States is known for its massive swaths of uninhabited, fairly useless land. Let these people
Exactly.
let these people set up a free city where whatever strongest power rules. It's obviously going to be run by criminals, and drugs usage will be rife, but people who want to there will always be people who want to live like that, and forcing them to live within our society as well, they're only going to end up as homeless people on the street in tents. That's because that's what they want.
Are in mental institutions.
Well, that's
coming
the
in and
other.
out because they done fucked their brain off so far that they don't know if they're here or there or in the next dimension or what the fuck.
Yeah, no,
You
we
know what I
need to
mean?
we need to reinvigorate mental health in the country. We need to open up a lot more mental institutions and crack down on the current ones, because there's a lot of abuse that goes on inside of them. Because there's so much mental
There's death.
instability
There's
in this
lots
country.
of death that happens, and there's shit they do to them people.
Yeah, no, a
You
lot
know, the
of
Oregon
beatings.
State
and-
Hospital has a lot of deaths, and I'll tell you, it's haunted than a motherfucker, man. There's spirits in there that's old as fuck. You know what I mean? And I say this from experience. I don't give a damn what you think of it. Okay. Put me in there. I've been through therapy, all kind of stuff, but that's for a whole nother type of topic. But my point is this: mental health needs to be reprocessed, rethought about in a certain type of way that actually helps people instead of trying to damage people. And the drug situation needs to be looked at seriously in a way, because we know these are altering people's mentality, their body, their soul, and we got to figure out how to balance that out.
That's where the
and
positivity
straighten it back
of
to normal.
decriminalization and possibly even just legalization and regulation the positives really shine through, because a lot of where that brain damage and other just bodily harm comes from with drug usage is you have no real way of being 100% sure what you're putting in your body.
You're putting the devil in your body.
No.
It's a gateway to Satan, okay? And I'm not just saying this as like, okay, some religious Bible thumper. But I got dang it, when I see evil, it's just like you watching Evil Dead. You ever see a Kandarian demon? Them motherfuckers change so quick on your ass because they on drugs, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tell you, man, fucking, they put the demon in them. That's like, right now, bad is good and good is bad. You talk about anything good or what you known to be good in humanity, and they say it's bad. You come to them with facts, they say it's wrong. Why do they do this? Because fuck, man. They didn't let the devil in, man. It's like all them fucking heavy metal songs you listened to back in the day, man. You know what I'm saying? They're running with the fucking devil. Okay? This is all fucked up. And the city's fucked up because they didn't let the devil run on in and let the people run around and do crazy shit. Now, if you don't want to say devil, let evil reign. Because that's what's going on. That's letting evil reign. And to me, I believe they're trying to abandon the cities. And this is just the beginning. Because they, like I said, they brought a law from Seattle here to Portland to make people accept drugs and shit and be in the city. But they're going
I can explain exactly how that happened, and it's not really evil. What it is Portland is a blue city and Oregon is a blue state. So the only real option is for Democratic electorates, which means there's no real competition. Most of the time, we have incumbents, and everybody will vote for the incumbent just because they know and are comfortable with them. So there's no actual pressure on the state government or even the city government to fix problems, because there's no pressure on the officials to get reelected. They know they're going to get reelected, so they just ride. They'll promise you the fucking moon and the stars, but all you're going to get is a flashlight and a piece of paper with some pinballs in it.
Look,
because they're not worried about impressing anybody. So we need more competition in the political sphere.
That's true. But back to the situation at hand. Like I said, here's how you fix it. You give people jobs for 22 to at least $24, $25 an hour to clean up the city. That will get fucking employment situation fixed, and people will start making money again. The second thing is to do what you said, give them some land, let them make their own little city, call it Gotham or Arkham, and peace be with you, and blessings upon you.
If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that little bell to be notified whenever our videos come out so you can be the first to see. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Groovy.